So we'll start with FCPA. Okay. Title 4. Section 404 of the SOS Act requires, read the question very carefully, then understand. Management assess adequacy of companies' internal control over financial reporting. Okay, and annual report should be filed with what SEC. Security Exchange Commission for management assess the internal control over financial reporting. There is a management that focuses on which one? Simple. Focus on key controls needed to adequately address risk of material misstatement in which one? Financial statement is what is recommended by what? SEC. Next part. Question number 2.
Deficiency.
Control deficiencies will be classified various ways, and control is needed to meet control objective, but control is missing now. We want to have a control objective, but the control is missing now. Disclassified as which one? Disclassified as which one? Deficiency in the system. Design. Control is missing now. Design deficiency implement. Control itself is missing means there is a deficiency in which one? Design itself. Except the replica. The question is except. They don't require a statement of design of internal control. To tell about internal control mechanism is there or not, but only design that not needed in the report. That is not needed in the report. Question number 4. There are 4 types of usually adequacy of internal control. The least variable testing method is which one? Inquiry. Procedures review, re-performance, inspection are effective methods, but inquiry is not that effective method. Question number 5.
B.
Ensure that the records reflect transactions, dispositions of assets, and maintain the system of which one? Internal accounting controls. Question number 6. This describes internal control system requirement. They must establish a system to proceed, provide assurance of all the transactions are authorized. There is a sound internal control. There is a sound internal control. Question number 7. All the following statements are top-down risk-based approach. Top-down risk-based approach to the audit of internal control over financial reporting are approved, except which is not a top-down or risk-based approach in category. CMA. Audit should focus on accounts and disclosures, reasonable possible misstatement.
B.
The approach focuses on entry-level controls before moving on to significant accounts and disclosures. Top-down risk-based approach. Exception criteria. Not a feature criteria. This is a feature, not an exception. This is also a feature. Yes, this approach begins from which one? top-down approach. Financial statement level, then you go to cash flow, you go to cash account, then you go to receipts, you go to top-down approach. Except in critical. All these are there. It is not talking about how the audit procedures will be performed, how the audit procedures will be performed.
But audit, top-down audit.
Audit procedure.
Audit procedure there is something here. There is no relationship. So this is about audit procedure with the evaluation. Top-down approach is to do with the sequential audit and not which one. Audit procedure. Question number 8. Requirement that the senior management of the public companies must attest the financial fair and appropriate presentation of which one? Financial statement. They are not reporting to examination members. They are operational condition disclosure what are the ethics established or report internal control. The top management should attest the fair and appropriate presentation of which one? Financial statements. That is what is mentioned in section 302. Which are the following certifications not included in periodic financial statutory reports? Option C. Check the other options also.
Deficiency.
Which is not included. Correct. Major internal control provisions of CMA is not applicable under SOS. The principal indicators of enactment of FCPA was to what is the purpose of incorporating FCPA? Bribery. To foreign officials by US firms seeking what? To do business overseas. Bribing abroad is prohibited. Main objective. Who is responsible under FCPA? Company has a role. Company has a whole day responsibility. Read to all question. CEO, CFO must clarify they have no knowledge of any corrupt practices occurring. Sorry, தெரியாதுன்னு சொல்லணும். Companies must follow laws of the companies of the home country as well as laws of the countries where the foreign subsidiaries are located. அதை பற்றி எதுவுமே சொல்லணும். அது வந்து ரிசர்ச் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் Companies must follow the laws of the country and as well as the laws of the international FCPA. Internal accounting control should be examined if there is a material weakness that must be strengthened. But only SOX was those it's not mentioned in SOX. So FCPA also ABC or ABD are not total FCPA. Question number 13, read question number 13. According to SOX, who is responsible for appointing, approving compensation works of a registered public accounts firm? Audit committee. Next, 14. A public corporation must meet the provisions of CPA, should have compliance program that includes all except
D.
documentation, existing internal control system, cost benefit analysis of control system should be minimized.
D.
Okay. The system of quality checks to drive with internal control system should be there. Authorized and properly signed agreement that will be available. There is no need to think. There is no need to maintain any such document exception. External audit opinions are nothing but independent qualified auditors expressing opinion on regular accounting, internal control, and other procedures, etc. Which are the following best definition of going concern concept?
D.
D or DI?
B. One.
It will continue for a foreseeable future. Will make profit or loss or not a going concern also. It may be a profit or loss, but the entity will continue forever. That is a going concern assumption. While when assessing a company's internal control structure, policies and procedure, the primary consideration will be external auditors are there to express opinion about which one? Financial statement. The primary consideration will be how the internal control structure policies affects their financial statements. Read question number 3.
Disclaimer.
We have sufficient audit evidence. We conclude that misstatement in the aggregate or material, but is not pervasive in the financial statement. Adverse opinion, everything is negative or adverse. Disclaimer, I am not able to do audit limitations, etc. I will express by disclaimer. Qualified opinion. What is qualified opinion? Everything is perfect except this. Everything is perfect except this. So answer is what? B. Question number 4. Read question number 4. Accelerate and Filler completed annual audit report. Internal audit assessment. The existence of auditor attested the financial statement by giving an opinion that it did not include opinion on effectiveness of company's internal control over financial reporting. Did the auditor fail to report about which one? Internal control over financial reporting. Did the auditor violate PICOR requirements?
C.
Yes. It is a duty of the external auditor to check and certify internal control over which one? Financial reporting. Otherwise, you cannot. Question number 5. An audit of the financial statement of company corporation became conducted by an external audit.
D.
External audit is expected to D. Question number 6.
C first, sorry, D. Financial reporting.
Financial statement of auditors major concern to ascertain whether the internal control is designed to provide reasonable assurance that financial reporting is what related. External auditors know what are the which one. Financial reporting, providing external information, all those things. Misappropriating using some fake or dummy workers, you book the salary and take the money. Look at the firm's net income is how much? 14 million. Okay. Assets. Income is in million. Amount appropriated is very, very small, $10,000.
No issues.
It's a very, very minor amount. Sir, 1,000 crore already, is it a big matter? No, it can do what? Unqualified opinion means there is no problem of any opinion because the amount involved is very, very minor. The amount involved is what? Very, very minor. Otherwise, are you giving absolute assurance or reasonable assurance? So, external or internal audit or internal control can be what only reasonable assurance. So the system controls accessing data, security and other things. Most appropriate technique to restrict access. எப்படி access restrict பண்ணீங்க? Develop unique account number for each user so that account number can access only a particular transaction. Which technique could be used to prevent input alphabetic characters into all numeric identification number? Input all alphabetic character into all numeric identification number. Format check. In which format you have to input? In which format you have to input?
Check the
number of digits. 10, 8, 12, 11. Not a common cause of accidental damage of computer-based information system. Not a common cause. Power supply fails data projects only. It is always backed up with an UPS. Question number 4. The best source evidence to determine terminated employees may not permit to have an access in the network is who are there in the current employees list with what? Access list. Any employee who is not there in the current list but given an access, now remove that. Thus, 4. Fine part. Which of the following security controls would be best preventing unauthorized access to sensitive data? Unattended data terminal directly connected to what? Mainframe. Encryption in the data we cannot access. Automatic log of which one? Inactive users. Okay, so that's for example, this is an unintended terminal. Can anybody come and access? Yes, provided there is an automatic log. If there is an automatic log, only when there is a password user, etc., the system will work. The automatic logger will ensure that unattended terminals, that cannot give any sensitive data, that cannot give any leak out any sensitive data. Read question number 6. Ending balance of accounts payable in the old system did not match with the opening balance of accounts payable in the new system. Because of that, the audit report of the system should say so there will be moved from old system to new system. Ending balance in the old system is not matching with which one? Opening balance of the new system. Right? Data complete or transfer. From old method to new method, data is not completely transferred. The problem is which one? Data conversion into the new system, which is incorrect with respect to access control,
All the basics.
These are cheap.
It is not expensive. It is not weakest. Still keys are the best control. Even nowadays, people after leaving the office, they use the manual key, lock it and go. Because biometrics or other things can be scanned and manipulated. Still, in the banks, you want to access safety deposit volumes. Do they use fingerprint scanners or something like that? They will use the old keys. But if even HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank are technologically advanced banks, they have biometric access, like you scan the biometrics of the safe deposit volumes holders. Okay, go and scan and go inside. No, still they use which one? Keys. That is not an expensive form, that is the cheapest form. Question number 8. Read question number 8.
C. Overall access.
Lack of internal control of the proposed base system. Programmers have access to change the program and data files when the error is detected. They can change the program, data files to change program. They can change the program but not what? Data files. Any and all changes in the application programs have been authorization approval impossible. Program alteration code is making it work. Whenever you cannot get the approvals, there is a bug, you fix the bug. If the method is not working, okay, you cannot go to the management for approvals. Lack of internal control. Okay, so they change the data files. Question number 9.
System analysis.
How the current system functions, determining the needs to develop logical requirements for the proposed system is referred to as which one? System analysis. It is called as which one? System analysis. Then, question number 10 parameters. A company is very conscious of the sensitive nature of the company's information because of the company data is valuable. The most important thing that the security administrator should monitor is யாரு data use பண்றாங்க. Operational data has been used by privileged users. The most critical aspects of separation of duties within the information system is think.
Option.
Option
A.
within the information system is programmers and which one? Computer operators should be the same or different? Should be different. Why? Because the computer operators are programmers, they can make modification of the program, change, corrupt, take the data, etc. So computer operator should not know how the program functions. 12th one. A system development control ensures that, but it ensures unauthorized employees do not have access to the servers. The development period is part of system maintenance. System records counts calculated before the system goes live. Closed loop verifications are performed when the system is under development. Requests for program changes are approved by appropriate levels of management. Yes, program changes should be approved. Only then you can make a change. Maintenance is different, but total program changes should be approved by the levels of management. Yes. What is the best preventive measures against what? Computer virus. Install our softwares only for which one? Known sources or authorized sources only. See, many companies do not allow even WhatsApp, web WhatsApp to be installed. YouTube put up there. You cannot access your private mails and personal mails. It will be the system. Browse it. Why? Because that is not authorized. The use for virus over. Question number 14. In the organization of information system functioning, the most important separation of duties directly hits this. Programming the system do not have which one? Access to data. Your program can access to data. For example, the person who are working or developing or maintaining the zero app, okay, should not know who's buying, who's selling, what is the volume traded, etc. Data should not be available. Which of the following represents an internal control weakness in the computer-based system? Computer operators should not be allowed to change the program. Okay, there is a weakness in which one? Computer-based operation system. Programmers are different, operators are different. Operators cannot change the program, should not change the program. In securing the claim server environment in an information system, the principal disadvantage of using single level signing password is it will not lock, it will not be administrative button, it will track whole entry point. It may result in which one? Single point failure. ஒரே ஒரு level password இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது வந்து failure ஆச்சுன்னா that's all. Total will be lost. For example, let's assume I am logging into ICICI Bank. Okay, this is only single point of control, there is no other point of control. If you forgot the password or if you forgot the use rating, there should be some way in which one we should be able to retrieve that. So single point failure can happen. Something.
Source code object code.
What is a source code? What is an object code? A compiler converts such one object code into source code.
Source code to object code.
Source code to object code, object code to source code. Which is the correct answer then?
Computer does not require them.
Source code and object code should correspond. When computer does not require which one? Correspond, require them to correspond number. Source code and object code ஒரே இடத்துல இருக்கணும்னா then there is no need for the computer to correspond. Which of the following procedures would enhance the control structure of a computer environment? Which one?
segregation person,
Or definite they
rotation, periodic rotation,
periodic rotation.
controlled access with
அப்புறம் one, three and one. Number option is
definitely not.
இதுக்கு mandate locations இருக்கும். So the question is little vague. We can 3 and 4 is sure, but one is also definite. 1, 3, 4 is there. For option there is no such thing. 1, 3, 4 parameters, so we can tick all. Maybe mandatory locations where you will be able to have new employees or rotated employees to work on the system. Then they have a control of the structure. But 1, 3, 4 sure, but how to will help us solve. So answer cannot be 1 into 1. Answer cannot be 1, 3, 4. I'm not put like 3 and 4 but tick on. So answer is what? D. Question number 19. Manager of consumer product purchased the personal software from only recognized vendor and prohibited employees from installing unauthorized in their personal computers. Okay. To minimize the likelihood of viruses infecting into the system, the company should test all the software in a standalone system in a personal computer. Network computer is just one standalone system that is funded in installing which one? The network computers.
Option B.
Question number 20. Paper document into a computer file. OCR. For example, if you earlier, even our IIT exams, the students sharing it. Okay, you scan, recognize, interpret the answers over marks. That is conversation OCR. Question number 21. Computer program libraries can be best kept secure by restricting physical access and logical access. Do not allow access at all, so that the program libraries can be what? Kept secure. Automated system contains table to pair weights which is matched by the employee job classification. The best control to ensure that the table is updated correctly. Only valid pay changes would be to read the question answer.
Updated correctly.
Pay rates which is matched with employee and job classification. The best control to ensure that the table is updated correctly for only valid pay changes would be to the control. It's not limiting access, ensure that adequate edit. No. This is what is the first correct answer. Okay. Require the supervisor of the department who does not have ability to change a table to compare which one changes assigned in the management authorization. Good. What is the next one? Encryption is least likely to be used in the following situation. What do you mean by encryption? Converting from a format to another format where it cannot be accessed, data cannot be accessed. then the transaction goes only within the organization, no need of what? Encryption. Only external data, cloud computing, distributed data processing, every encryption is required, otherwise it's not. Which of the following statements regarding security for email is correct?
A,
B,
All cannot be encrypted, passwords are not neither similarity. Passwords are effective preventing it from casual access to others' email. Passwords not. Email only one option, password not. Encryption, decryption, I send a file as a PDF, it comes to you as PDF. But it's only way of control passwords. Preventing someone with an insufficient technical skill from circumventing the security procedures, making changes in the production program is best accomplished by
providing
you want to prevent someone. Simple, segregate the duties and give. Segregate the duties and allow the job so that they don't interfere in others or other works or places. Question number 26. All administrative and professional staff in a corporate legal department prepare documents on terminals connected to the LAN. The best control over unauthorized accesses. The files are which one? Local area network only. For each document, have a password. For each document, have a password. Because others can download it but cannot access it. No. So, document level password you enable. Read through the phone. Information system and RD directors also agreed that maintaining integrity of the system and kept inventory data was crucial for distributing correct product quantities to the kind stores. The best ways to ensure integrity of application software is through integrity of the system that kept inventory data was crucial. Distributing correct and which one? Product quantities capable.
audit trails,
The best way to ensure integrity of this application is
A,
doing what you want to achieve. Correct product quality to stores for. This is to do with inventory management. This is to do with which one? Inventory management. Our objective is inventory data. Correct product qualities should reach to the stores. How to ensure that integrity? Change the controls for inventory software. Who will access, who will control the money. Access controls to different stores should be given. So change the access controls for which one? Inventory software. Same information. In order to accommodate large volume of transmission, large stores have the overall security. Small stores have these lines. This information director is concerned about someone might be able to enter into the TCS orders for most elements. Which are the following best control can be exercised?
password control procedure,
Users go for which one? Password control so that the fake orders will not come. Fake orders will not come. Just to the 29. Then it's important to maintain proper segregation of duties in a computer environment. Which of the following cases sets up appropriate updating of production data and which one modifying data? Programs are modified under modified. You cannot, programs should not be modified. Application programs cannot be modified. Users cannot modify application programs. Users can only update which one? Production data. Users can update only which one? Production data.
Application programmers can modify production programs.
The people who develop the application can be modified production programs at the company. Application programmers have to develop applications only. They cannot update which one? Production data. Only operators can update the production data. The users can update which one? Production data. Controls are designed to ensure that the company control environment is stable and well managed, which is not an example of general control statement. Which is not an example of general controls. Segregation of duties are not general control. Equipment control, access control, or specific control power. A, C, or D will come under specific control power. Analyze B. Using reasonable checks and to detect the data is inconsistent with which one? Cross transaction. Okay. Is not an example of general control. It may control it. Past transactions.
General control, processing control. Two categories. A, C, D comes under general control.
A, C, D comes under which one? General control. B comes under which one? Controlling data analytics and processing control. That is not an example of which one? General control. 31 part. System control procedures are referred as general control application controls. The primary objective of application control in a computer environment is what is objective of control, primary objective of control environment.
Backup for the system.
C.
Application.
No.
What is the objective of application control in a control computer environment? Simply, separation of incompatible functions, plan protection facilities, maintain accurate input files, output allowing, provide control over the electronic functioning of the hardware. This should be the thing. At the end of the day, we want accuracy of input files, with specific applications we want to have. Our application control. Which one of the following is the best reason for developing a computer security plan? Computer security plan was the important objective to get it. Users of the department can issue control policies in place and the data files are secure. All the possible threats associated identified. Computer security plan. This talks about policies. I hope it is a company can select set of control policies and procedures that optimizes the security related to the cost. That number. 33. Minimizing the likelihood of unauthorized editing of production programs, job temporary language, and operating system software can be best accomplished by unauthorized editing, job control, operating system can be best accomplished by
Access.
network security software is for access the data. Database and user interface level is about production programs, editing production programs. If it is to change control procedures, would change control procedure level. It is not about data input, user access, nothing is given. So this could be the best choice. Question number 34, next. Read question number 34. Online access controls are critical for systems to assist the maintaining control of such access. Many systems uses tests that are being maintained through internal access control matrix consisting of what? Which one? B or D? It's a close-up verification, list of controls, online, etc. Authorized users, authorized user ID, password, list of all files and programs and records of the typical type of access which each user is entitled to have in such file or program. That is the best method, internal control matrix. Who is authorized user, what is the ID, what is the password, all those things. The planning committee identified several applications that will make the company store more competitive. One of the ways good registry system, the customers such as those who are not to be married, the system will allow the other customers of the company stores are online with the new information listed as registry. Once purchased, all items will be deleted from the list. Okay, in order to make an adequate security in the system should be the following restrictions. Read the question full, then we will solve.
These people have update privileges.
In order to maintain which one? Adequate security, the system should have the following restrictions of access.
Customer need privileges.
C. Customer have updated for update privileges, sales people have read privileges. No, it should be reverse. Customers have read privileges, sales people will have update privileges. And read the privileges, update the privilege, sales people will have. That should be the best choice.
Minus number.
36 பாருங்க. இல்ல நம்ம இவ்வளவு படிக்கிறோம். So 36 பாருங்க. Which of the following would be the most appropriate to consider as a physical design of a data center? Which is not. Biometric access should be there.
Operating system.
Design procedures for operating system access. That is not an appropriate feature. That is not an appropriate feature for a physical design. For a physical design.
C option C.
Evaluation of potential risk from railroad lines and which one? Highways. Railroad hit highways hit of course matters. Of course matters.
Access control.
Password is an example of access control. 38. Weakness in the internal control system of an electronic data processing system. Which is a weakness in the internal control system. The computer operator executes program according to the operating instructions. Accounts receivable into this weakness.
Option B.
The computer operator should not be allowed to keep which one? Data files and programs. You should just enter the data. Programs and data files should not be with one. There is a weakness in which one? Internal control system. 39.
Data control.
Who should be responsible for reprocessing the errors detected during the processing of data? Data control group are responsible. Programmer is not responsible. Manager or analyst is not responsible. What is the next one? Online data entry control called performing is pre-formatting is
D.
pre-formatting. There is a prefixed format is given. Adala pay into enter the language. This is what. Display of the document with blanks for data items to be entered by a terminal operator. Simply, if you fill your application form, okay, name or various other things are given. Blank output, that should be blank, that should be filled by the terminal operator. Backup and recovery controls are crucial to ensure reliability and teleprocessing of network. When viewing the controls over the breakup recovery, which is not included with the we are taking a backup and which one? Recovery. Backup lines, we need to check controls, we need to check adequacy of documents, manuals, etc. Encryption will have nothing to do with encryption. Nothing to do with which one? Encryption. To avoid invalid data input, a bank added an extra number at the end of each account subject to a new number algorithm. This technique is known as check this. check digit. We are adding an extra number at the end of each account number. It is called as what? Check digit. Right? So, we'll start with this now. We'll do this system application control in system application control in the meantime. Then I will go to now section D after completing the
So, in the section